Plaintiff Margaret Davis says the defendant is her daughter, and they had a good relationship until the defendant started dating her abusive ex-boyfriend, and it ruined Margaret's relationship with her daughter. Margaret's suing her daughter for a loan. Defendant Leandra Wilson says her mother was her rock, so she confided in her about her ex, but then her mother took that information to the police and got her ex locked up. Leandra is countersuing her mother for stolen money.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
All right, start with you.
This is my daughter next to me. She's my only daughter. She's my pride and joy.
You all look like sisters.
Well, thank you.
And perhaps the younger sister, no, I'm just...
Oh, don't play me. Come on, Judge. Don't play me. Come on now. I'm a little frantic today, but
Right.
come on now.
Well, you over there. Mama just smiling, nice and
She brought
polite.
me here. I wasn't prepared.
When you do that, you look like
Well, I'm sorry. I was not prepared, and I've been an emotional wreck. And if you knew what I've been through, you would be an emotional wreck,
Well,
too.
get rid of that no good man. That's usually
He's
who
gone.
calls.
He's in jail for 15 years.
See, and I didn't even know, but I
He's
know
gone.
no good man
He's
cause
gone.
women emotional
He's already
distress.
gone. He's doing 15
You had a
years.
guy? How
He's
long
doing-
ago?
2.5 years.
How long had you been with him?
I have been with him off and on 4 years. And
Dope?
that's why we're here.
Dope or what?
He drugged the police in my car. That's why she's suing me.
Drugged him or
Oh, he drugged them.
as it made him get high?
No, as
Or-
in drugged them with the car. He drugged them 100 yards, and they had to use their own.
They had to use their
Yeah, I remember something on television
Yes, it was.
like
sure
that.
did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did in North Carolina.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Super Bowl. That was
That
my
was
baby
your
daddy.
boyfriend?
That was him.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why
Okay.
did he do that?
Why?
Yeah.
Because my mother called the police and turned him in, and he didn't expect it to happen.
All right, he's
And I
trying
was
to
6
get away.
months pregnant, so he was really just trying to get through at least seeing his first child be born. He knew he had some time to do, and he knew it was some things that he was going to have to face.
I just helped expedite the
But she helped
process.
expedite that really
Why?
fast.
Well, you wanted to get him away from your daughter. You give me some background. You tell me what you want me to know.
Until we moved to North Carolina, I had a great relationship with this young lady right here until she met the ex-boyfriend. She's lost a couple of jobs because of his insecurity. He would drop her off at work and then sit on her job at 8 hours and watch what she does.
No, let me
Okay?
stop you. Before me and him got involved, my mother has been my rock. We've had the best relationship. That's my ace. I tell her everything. But I did not know at that point in time that stuff I was telling her, she was calling the police and saying, oh, you want this man? Here you go. Serve him up on a platter. Take him. Because I don't want him with her. And I'm sorry that he was not the genuine man that she thought that he was going to be by me. But when I was with him, Your Honor, I thought he loved me. I did.
Why you say thought? You don't think it's
Because
true?
now that he looking at me like I was giving her information that she was using against him. She was in his motion of discovery. She received Crime Stoppers money. Then they bring me in. Then I don't get no charges. I walk out the courtroom, and now you sitting there doing 15 years, and I just go scot-free
Yeah.
with the baby.
Yeah.
His family looking at me like if he wasn't dealing with her, he wouldn't even be locked up. So where do I go? I have to turn back to my family. And I had to forgive my mother. I have to learn to love now. Because I've been walked up. I don't even know how to love.
Why?
Because I thought I loved somebody so much that broke me down.
Who you referring to?
Both of them. And she was using information that I was giving her thinking, I'm confiding in my mom. She would never tell nobody this. But did I know that morning when I called her that she was gonna call the detective and they was gonna make a takedown operation on this man?
Well, how does that mean she don't love you?
Now that
That
I'm
means
somebody's, now
perhaps
that
you-
I'm someone's mother, now that I have a child, is why I forgive my mother.
There you go. You
And
just
because
said
I am her only girl, she loves me beyond
That's
measure.
why we want to clear that up because you
let's clear
sound
that
like
up.
you question
So that's why-
her love. You're acting as if you don't believe you were loved by two important people, and I haven't heard that.
All right.
So I don't think you need to consider that just based on
I
the
guess
circumstances.
I guess I was heartbroken
Yep.
by two different people that I put a lot of trust into.
Yep.
And I know that my mom had to have felt something seeing me go through some of the things that I went through with him. Because I did love my son's father. But how do you feel as a mom when she came home from work and she found blood in her home? So she went through her garbage can and found a bloody rag. I called her later on from the hospital. He had broke my nose. At the same time, I found out I was pregnant. So I didn't want to leave then because my nose is broken, yeah, but I just found out we're about to have a child together, so I felt I can make everything work. And I mean, we were like Bonnie and Clyde. I rolled for him. I did. I just thought you'd be a rider. You know, he did 10 years in prison when I met him.
He already did 10 years?
He already
Yes,
did
sir.
10 years.
Is that what happened?
The night that I got the phone call, I came home from work, and there wasn't a little blood. My bathroom looked like a CSI crime scene. And the thing of it was, Leandra wasn't living with me at the time, okay? I get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning from the hospital, Mommy, my nose is broke, and I'm pregnant. I had done told her, and I done told him, that I done had enough. And I told him if he put his hands on my daughter again, he had to deal with me. So apparently he thought I was a joke. So the next morning, I got on the phone and I called the police again because the police have over 25 calls from me where I've called to have him trespass off my property. But the icing on the cake, breaking my daughter's nose and she was pregnant, I called the police and I told them this is the last call I'm gonna make to you. Either you do something about him or I will. Love don't hurt. I don't understand how she felt or he felt that I can consciously walk this earth knowing what this guy was doing to my daughter. I had enough. So this particular morning, they tried to stop him on a traffic stop. He decided that he was going to take off in the car, and he drugged not one, not two, but 3 police officers for more than a half a mile.
I remember that.
They had to take a Ford F-150 to ram the truck. Now, I'm walking to my door from work, and my boss is on the phone saying, Margaret, I think this is your car I see on the news.
It was your car?
Well,
The car was in her name.
The car was in my
The car
name.
taken out of her name, and the car
car
was
that
in
we
his
saw
name.
on television.
The car that you...
Dragging those police officers.
That car was in my name.
How does she owe for a loan?
Right, because she was back on her feet, she was working, and I had been blessed with a nice little lump sum of money. Went to the car dealership where I went to pay my note on my truck at, and he had this car on the lot. My daughter wants this car. He said, you give me $1,500, you can have it. There we go. I went the next day, picked the car up, took it to her job with a nice red bow on it and said, here, Mommy, I will make sure you have your deposit back in 60 days because that was the agreement. If I loaned her the money for the down payment, $1,500, she would pay back the loan in 60 days.
When she got that money...
Pay back the $1,500.
Pay back the $1,500, and she carried the car.
How much money did you get? Did you
She
get
got over
$20,000,
$20,000, and she paid for my cousin's graduation. She brought my brother a car.
No.
Seeing that man driving her that car that she thought that I was going to drive and I was no longer going to be with him is why she wanted that money. Because she's gotten that money back tenfold now.
No.
She's gotten that money back tenfold from me.
You have
one
not...
thing about me, I might not have it all today together because it's been a very emotional... I'm not even all the way over this man after 3 years, and I'm somebody's mom now. I'm a wreck, and I've been a wreck all morning.
Why?
Because I loved him that much. And he just don't think I loved him at all because he's sitting in jail now and his family hates me. I mean, I go through it like now his mom, like, you just don't know what I've been through with this.
Yeah, you should go and get some counseling or something.
I don't need no counseling.
Yes, you do. You have a pastor? Do you attend church?
I'm getting into church now, but I don't need no counseling. I don't need to.
Your reaction is not normal. Your reaction to things 3 years later is not normal.
I was in love. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with this man.
And there are millions of people who go through the exact same thing. Because I hope if you're breaking down like this often, man, I'm going to have to work with you on getting some help because this isn't good for your baby.
They just brought up a lot of emotion, and I dealt with postpartum really bad after the baby. I dealt with a lot of things after having the baby.
How often do you break down like this?
Often. Because he's tattooed all over my body. I really thought he was...
You got to go and get some help. We'll pay for the counseling here, but you got to do it.
But I don't want to love again.
Can I talk to you in the back when we finish?
Yeah.
All right, because sometimes I'm able to convince people. All right. I hate to see you hurt like that. I hate to see you hurt. Ma'am, this $1,500, what she's saying is making sense. You got over $20,000. How much did you give her? How much did you give her? Not loan her. How much did you give her?
None.
And that's why I believe this was a gift.
Your Honor,
Anybody get $20,000, they're gonna give their child something.
She's not my only child.
You're gonna give them all something. Tell me about it. $2,600 for your
Okay, so she has my son with her. So it's a lot of times where I feel like I overcompensate because my son is with her now, because my postpartum was so bad and I was dealing with, you see how I break down. It's not really normal. It's probably not normal.
Correct.
So I started working again. I'm a freelance hairstylist. I make really good money in North Carolina. I started having a lot of lump sums of money on me. So I called her one day and I said, can I bring you like $1,700? You put it up for me, because she has a safe in her house that she keeps locked up. So I brought her the money. She was like, yeah, I'll hold it for you. I got you. But then me and my cousin had an altercation and they were on the lease together. So she felt like because me and my cousin had the altercation, now I'm supposed to take the whole loss. So now she gonna take my $1,700 and remove with my money. Then I have to go and do 20 days because I was on probation and I had like another $1,000 on me. My best friend was in court with me. I had like $1,000. I took $100 out so I could put it on my books, and I had him take the rest of my money with my purse to my mom. I said, I get out in 20 days. When I come home and get in the car, I'm supposed to be meeting up with him, but she gets to the courthouse first. So I'm like, why is she here like that? Like, that's weird. So when I get in the car, I'm like, you got my money? She's like, ain't no money. I'm like, bro, you ran through all my money again? Like, I'm trying out here.
What did she say happened to it?
She spent it. She had my son. That was her reason.
Hadn't she gotten this big money?
Yeah, but she spends money.
That big money had been gone.
That money had been gone. She's dealt with.
How long did it take you to go through 20?
The way she about a year.
No, the way she spends, she spends.
It took me about a year doing things for the kids. And like my niece graduated. I brought all my family down because I wanted to see my children and my grandchildren.
You did a little too much with that 20. What do you say about this stolen money she's accusing you of? Tell me about it.
Her and my niece, me and my niece won the lease together. And due to some issues where Leandra was staying at, had moved in with us. Her and my niece got into a serious altercation. We had police all in front of the house. It was a mess. My landlord decided that she wanted her property back. She was going to evict. This is the third apartment that I had lost due to Leandra. So yes, I had $1,700 of hers. I went out and found me a place so that I'd have some place for me and her son to go. I didn't ask her to borrow the money. I took her money and I moved into a new place with it because I held her responsible for my eviction.
She didn't agree to allow you to do that. You have to sue her for that. You can't take it upon yourself. Two things here. Not only do I not believe it was a loan, I believe it was a gift. So as a result, I'm dismissing your claim. When did this happen, your money?
Oh, I just had to do the 20 days. I got out October 15th.
$2,600 is your judgment. I believe you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wait right back here, ma'am. Sorry for the delay, but the good news is I was able to talk to the young lady in the counseling, and our staff is already working on it. So, that's what it's about.